So as we all know, Donald Trump was indicted for the third time on yesterday. This time in the District of Columbia by Jack Smith. And just like in Miami, Jack Smith gave a press conference after news broke about Donald Trump being indicted. He's a man of few words, so if you missed it, here's what he had to say.
Good evening. Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with conspiring to defraud the United States, conspiring to disenfranchise voters, and conspiring and attempting to obstruct an official proceeding. The indictment was issued by a grand jury of citizens here in the District of Columbia, and it sets forth the crimes charged in detail. I encourage everyone to read it in full. The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election. The men and women of law enforcement who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th are heroes. They are patriots and they are the very best of us. They did not just defend a building or the people sheltering in it. They put their lives on the line to defend who we are as a country and as a people. They defended the very institutions and principles that define the United States. Since the attack on our Capitol, the Department of Justice has remained committed to ensuring accountability for those criminally responsible for what happened that day. This case is brought consistent with that commitment, and our investigation of other individuals continues. In this case, my office will seek a speedy trial so that our evidence can be tested in court and judged by a jury of citizens. In the meantime, I must emphasize that the indictment is only an allegation and that the defendant must be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. I would like to thank the members of the Federal Bureau of Investigation who are working on this investigation with my office, as well as the many career prosecutors and law enforcement agents from around the country who have worked on previous January 6th investigations. These women and men are public servants of the very highest order, and it is a privilege to work alongside them. Thank you.
And from that point, Jack Smith walked right out of the room. He didn't take any questions. He walked in with his big D energy, said what he had to say, and he walked right on out with his big D energy. It's hilarious to me watching the confidence of Jack Smith in the investigation that he and his staff have conducted into Donald Trump versus watching Donald Trump melt like a rabid cornered animal out on social media. The contrast is just the way he has been melting down on social media tells me that he is afraid. He is afraid. Yes, I will be reading the full indictment probably Saturday or Sunday. With that said, my boss and I were having a conversation this morning about what was going on with Donald Trump. She asked me, what do you think? I said, I think Donald Trump will go to trial. He will be found guilty, but I don't think Donald Trump will serve any jail time. Will Donald Trump sit in a steel, 9x9, 6x9 jail cell? I just don't see that happening. My boss doesn't even think that he's going to be found guilty, because it only takes one on the jury. What do you guys think? Put your comments down below.